catch them off guard like that.
So a couple of good kills going to T-Show. Back and forth we go. Batrider's going to take a little while to find this Blink Dagger, although he's up to 800 gold plus Tranquil, so he's actually doing pretty well. He's a little bit behind the puck. I guess both offlaners are kind of having a tough time, aren't they?
Yeah, they are for sure, but luckily Batrider can jungle quite effectively, so there's always that to fall back to.
What about the CK, though? Armlet is going to be the choice for Thief.
Batrider can jungle quite effectively.
He will grab that up and get ready to go.
There's always that to fall back to.
And this is quite the different. Armlet is going to be the choice for, considering what we saw earlier from No Tail.
Yeah, definitely.
That was the support Chaos Knight almost, going back for the Hand of Midas.
Yeah, and then he got those kills at the end of the game. And the Hand of Midas came out. It was a rough game for OG, but they came back and were able to win it. I've had like 3 comebacks today. It's actually insane.
I have 2, actually. The second series I did with Bren, there were tons of comebacks.
I kind of... Who won that series? I don't care if I really spoil it. I'm pretty interested. As we get to cast them tomorrow. Mouse versus Hellraisers.
Oh, it was Hellraisers that won, too.
They won. Wow. All right, that's pretty interesting. Oh, X-Mark's coming out. Firefly to come. They get off the Chaos Bolt. Torrent will follow. They need more damage. Last word coming in as well. Here comes the Remnant. Onto 2. Good global to come out. But there's just no follow-up here. And this is just to get out of dodge if you're DC. Glimpse back in. They're going to find Matthew. They've rotated 5 here. Dream Coil up into King RD. They will get the Batrider away. They'll lose 2. And again, 5-man rotation. But in the meantime, Viper with Precision Aura takes down the Tier 1 mid.
Yep, so at least they get that. Not too bad. Viper is still accelerating and farming out of control at this point of the game. You know, he has gone down twice, but he's still so difficult to bring down, especially with that Precision Aura. He can always turn. But, man, that's the global silence. Now there's no global for quite some time.
Lasso Firefly coming in. Static Storm coming out. It's going to miss. They're going to get this kill on the CK. Nice turn. And just a good lasso coming in from the Batrider as they were too far up. I don't think they'll get anything else. I don't think they can find it. A couple wards will spot DC's movements anyways, but a couple of good kills there, Brax. Or rather one, I should say. Just one good kill.
Still, it was quite the value kill on the CK there, so nicely done. You know, these games are bloodbaths, not all of them.
I love
Heroes
it, though.
like Silencer, they get so much int in all these games.
12. At 11 minutes in the game, King RD has 12 int stolen.
Yep, not too shabby at all.
And he already does a lot of damage with the Precision Aura at this point. 84 plus 43 is what he's sitting at now. They'll TP bottom. They're going to set something up here, perhaps. Let's see, they see 4-4. They know he warded. They pinged it out. X marks Gus. Torrent, go ship. See ya. And HFN finds another kill.
It's been a long time since I've seen the ship and not the shark.
Yeah, you know, I haven't seen as much of the shark. I think maybe I saw it yesterday, but I like the shark a lot, though, to be fair. I think it's real cool.
Yeah, the shark's real nice. King RD up top, getting caught by Ember Spirits.
Good silence, but he's still dead, I think, maybe. Remnant's coming in. They really want this kill. Arcane Curse, last word. He's going to go for the TP. They don't have Lasso. He's going to make it out just barely. He almost dies in the well. The Corrosive Skin, along with the poison damage, almost takes him down, but he will make it out alive. And King RD survives as well.
I actually can't believe he lived. He went so deep for that silencer, didn't get him, there was no lasso available. And he has a Battle Fury in his quick buy. I wonder if he'll actually go for it.
Oh, please do. I am in for some Battle Fury. What did he go for the level 10 talent? 30 damage, so no spell amp, which isn't that uncommon anymore, but still. If he goes Battle Fury, it's like the first time I'll see that item build on this hero in like, I don't know, a year or more, maybe.
Pretty much ever since they added talents, right?
Yeah. It's not been a thing really anymore. But we'll see. We'll see if he ends up... He's going to... yeah, he went into Manta now. Which is almost kind of similar, but... It's strictly for the global, which makes sense.
Yeah, he definitely needs that for the global silence.
On the...
Alright, so this game's kind of slowed down a bit after the constant team fights up in the top lane. Now ultimates are up for both teams. And, you gotta imagine that this Dro lineup is probably gonna get going pretty soon. Batrider has Blink Dagger, they have Global Silence, they pretty much have all their small basic items completed.
Yeah. It's time to get moving. 5-man down a lane. Ward will spot them moving bottom, so I would imagine T-Show move to a different area. No, they're gonna try to defend. They know that this is coming and they're gonna try for a defense, but meanwhile, they're gonna have King Tekka dropped on the other side. That's going to be the kill from the Ember Spirit. Static Storm onto Leo Style. Not the best target. Riata Rift not connecting. Leo Style is still pretty far up, and the Fish Wall is going to break down here in a moment too. And the tower's already gone by Leo Style Gold Jr., as it were. Glimpse coming back in. There's the kinetic field again. There's the global. They were running right in. It was obvious. Ghost Ship. They take down the Earthshaker. On the back lines, the Gus comes through. He's in trouble. There's going to be the TP coming out. He might make it, but he will not. The last auto attack coming in from Leo Style gets the job done. Meanwhile, that was an aggressive illusory. They're going to get another. They'll lose the puck. Thee going to try to arm the toggle. Here comes the X marks, and this should be the kill. The Gus comes out. More than enough damage. A triple kill for this Viper. Maybe defending that tower, not the right call, but great global coming out from King RD.
You know, we actually saw this exact same scenario happen yesterday, fighting against this global silence lasso combo. Even though the Bat Rider wasn't there, he died in the mid lane to the Ember Spirit. They took like that fight almost 4v5. Viper was just stuck, fissure blocked, tanked the entire Static Storm, but it doesn't matter. Once that global comes out, you just can't fight.
It is too much to deal with. And it's going to give a lot of gold to Leo Style, who now picks up a Hooded Defiance. And he already has corrosive skin, so it's kind of tough.
He already felt pretty difficult to take down, and even now it's getting at the point where it's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, he shouldn't be afraid of too much. They're still sitting under this ward, by the way. And this ward it could have done a lot there for them, but they both have wards, actually.
They want to go again.
Tavo from the back lines. All right, they see the Radiant scan is successful. Tavo looking for King Teku, who will Firefly. Illusory Orb. Leo Style is not the hero you want to go on. Drow's going to split push in the meantime. They've already TP'd a few away. I believe, in fact, that is going to be King RD getting out of dodge. And they're just going to go top. They TP onto the ward, though. That is definitely seen. But here we go. The tier 2 push coming out. They'll have the TP coming in from the Ember Spirit. Only with a couple of others. The Disruptor, the Earthshaker. So good ward vision. Make sure that they can get this tower defended, it looks like. And maybe even go for a trade down bottom.
Yep, Disruptor is set up for the Glimpse here, if possible, but I mean, this movement was spouted, so T-Show are ready to kind of turn, but they actually can't fight this at all.
Yeah, not without the CK or puck. I think they know that. In the meantime, Searing Chains, King Tekka will find the Ember Spirit, who now has Yasha. But this is where it gets interesting. Blink Dagger is up for DC. Do they make a go at Roche here? Are they going to keep being aggressive? What's the play? And it's that question.
Yep, they've got all their tools online right now. Lasso, Global Silence, Viper's super tanky. He can just run down a lane and look. I mean, they don't want to go on this guy no matter what when their hero's off the map at this point, because it just takes so long to bring him down.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that you avoid, and it's going to be tough to do that in some of these fights sometimes. Smoke is going to come out on the Dire side, and they're going to run right into each other. Here we go. Where's the initiation? They see 444. They're not going. Firefly now up. He's looking for a lasso. He's going to find it. It's on the CK. The Static Storm coming in, but there's the Ghost Ship along with it. He's in trouble. He'll take a hit. The Armlet helping him out. The Global coming through, and Thee will fall. Big pickup onto the CK. X marks. They'll find even more on the Earthshaker if they want. They have the poison attack, but Glimpse back onto Leo Style will keep him alive. Here comes the Bat Rider, but in is going to be this Ember. On to 3. Huge remnant coming through. A lot of damage. They'll lose 2. They might lose more as well. Leo Style. Chaos Bolt stun for 2 seconds. He's in trouble. Even with how tanky he is, it's not enough. Echo Slam is forced. Double kill for Tavo. Great counter initiation coming in from T-Show there after the global was down. But they will get another trade. HFN now having to back away. No Hurricane Pike. He's got Shadowblade in 15. He used it to get away, and he's in trouble. 100% dead on this drought. Going for that kill, maybe not worth it. And that is a great fight for T-Show.
Super ballsy play going for the Disruptor at the end there. But yeah, that was the CK buyback coming in there. DC overextended a little bit too hard, not expecting that. CK bought out, and then the fight was just theirs. And Ember's not done yet.
Yeah, he is going crazy this game. Matthew in trouble. I think this is going to be a kill one way or the other. Oh, I spoke too soon. He didn't have a Remnant up. I thought he might have. Searing Chains X marks, and now he needs to be careful. Torrent coming back in. They'll catch it. Do they have Lasso? It's a lot of damage, and I think he's just dead. So King Tekka will get the revenge kill after that triple Remnant towards the tier 2 tower in the last fight. King Tekka, without Lasso, able to bring down this poor Ember Spirit.
Well, King Tekka living up to his new form, Revenge Tekka.
He's getting that revenge. It's Mandy.
Alright, so there's a Blink Dagger up on the Shaker now, so PTT can be looking to make some big plays, but I don't know, man. This Viper doesn't seem like he's going to go down at all. If they just group up, wait for their cooldowns, what can they really do against him?
Now, try to find that counter initiation like they just found previously. Although, as you mentioned, that did cost the buyback of the Chaos Knight. He does have a Midas coming out, so even though he used the buyback, he's got Armlet Midas. They can maybe think about fighting this. I don't think they have any idea it's happening, though.
Yeah, it's already dead, too. It's way too late.
That's Aegis. And Hurricane Pike for the Viper could be done soon, and with all these items coming out, it could be pretty interesting. And they're just going straight down mid. They're not saying, they're saying, let's not wait for our items. Let's take this tier 2 tower. Let's do the fight right this time. We have global. There's no reason we should lose this fight. Another Firefly coming in from King Tekka. He's on the hunt. Can he find anybody? It looks like no. Phase shift. X marks comes out. Lasso to bring back 444. This could be a huge kill. No static storm. The torrent hits perfectly. Nice play there, and they get the tower dead for 30 seconds. So maybe they can put some pressure on this tier 3 with Drow and Viper.
Yep, Echo Slam in 12 seconds. I think they would like to wait for that before trying to defend, but they're just going to be hitting these heroes that got such long range. Dragonlance, you can attack the tower from outside the range, basically.
Yeah.
Alright, looks like they're going to back up here.
Yeah.
HFN got pretty low off that, so...
He loses that Aegis, and then they just jump on him when he comes back, and maybe they can find a fight. So it's a smart play from HFN and DC for sure to get out of there.
Yep, you don't want to rush that high ground, right? They got half the tower almost. Pretty good for now. Now they can come back at a later time and take it really quickly. If they happen to feed up on the high ground, I mean, it's just going to accelerate T-Show's timings even that much faster. Battlefear and Ember coming out, or sorry, Manta coming out pretty soon, and then CK's going to work towards that BKB.
Yeah, they're getting
You
some items.
You definitely don't want to fight into that stuff right now. You want to delay it as long as possible.
We'll see if they can. Maybe find some picks here for DCSA and move around the map together. We'll see where they decide to move. Ooh. Well, no, HFN's not that close. I don't think Mandy goes for this anyway. No item in his quick buy for HFN. But I would assume finishing up the Hurricane Pike. How's Silver Edge this game? Any good? I guess late game it could be fine.
It's alright. It's not great, but it's okay. I don't think he'll buy it, though.
Yeah, we talked about the Maelstrom and Mjolnir. That might be another item he wants to go. The Viper will definitely pick it up at some point. Probably after the Hurricane Pike's done.
Yeah, I imagine Viper will definitely go for it.
And what do you know? It is the Hurricane Pike for the Drow Ranger. As expected.
Just a profit. Predictions on point.
Dude, I know. I've spent 4 years of my life watching and casting Dota. I've got the knowledge.
Nice, nice.
That's a meme, by the way. I'm joking, for those of you that don't know.
I didn't know.
I'm sorry, Brex.
It's okay.
And that was me wrecking you there. Return
I
the
get
favor.
you. You got me good.
Yep.
Right, in DC, they're just strolling up to the high ground. There's no one here at all.
They are ready. Yeah, they need to force TPs back, and they're going to. One TP already, two coming in. One from the Earthshaker, one from the CK. This tower is getting hit. They've got Glyph. Fisher will come out, but HFN and Leo's Tower are still going to work. They're going to get the tier 3 for essentially free. No, I mean, they just weren't in a position to defend. Jump in, Waiting Rift. The Drow will take some damage. He still has Aegis. He might want to use it here. He's got it for another 2 minutes or so. And look at the ranged racks damage. It's getting crushed by the Drow Ranger. Yes, he might lose Aegis, but if you can get ranged racks, it's worth it. And they'll just back up. They don't need to commit fully for the racks, although there's going to be that glimpse, Waiting Rift. All right, now they got Aegis. Now this is where they get interesting. You have...
got Echo for this.
You've got Global ready to go. Lasso on the other side. There's the Static Storm. Global coming out as well. Lasso came through. It was on the CK. Atos coming out as well. Can they lay into him? Here's the Phantasm. You've got to find the right one, and they should. They're going to back away instead. They're going to just try to run. They see him on the back lines. Now they'll bring down the Illusions. Now that Phantasm's down, maybe they can take another fight. There is still Echo, though. Something to keep in mind along with Dream Coil. So maybe they just back here for DC.
Yeah, it's looking like they're just going to take out some shrines. They'll wait for Global Silence again. No Aegis is online, so... You know, that is the throw zone right there, right? If they kept going, they could have potentially clumped up for a big fat Echo Slam on top of Puck spells, so... Good on them. This is, you know, these games are important, Mon. These are the high-profile games. You need to win this to get yourself into the grand finals. There's no throw in here.
Yeah, I agree. Even for teams like these that like to fight a lot, it's definitely, you got to play safe. You got to play cautiously, but not so cautiously that you'll lose the game. Meanwhile, Mandy, smoke was broken. King Tekka is invis with it, and he looks like he knows Mandy's on the run here looking for somebody, and they just won't be able to find anybody, it looks like, as they're going to be behind this tier 2 tower. So very fortuitous invis rune for King Tekka to find and break that smoke of deceit.
Yeah, well done. And it looks like Ember is actually going back for the Battlefear build. How do you feel about this? I mean, it's cool when Ember has a bunch of items and everything, but I don't know. I feel like that DC's lineup is definitely going to hit this gigantic power spike around the second Roshan, where whether he has Battle Fury or not, he's probably going to need more items than that anyways to really deal with the sort of excuse me, lineup that DC has.
Well, I guess because he didn't go Boots of Travel, he still wants to farm quickly, and Battle Fury is going to help him with that. Usually you go like bots, Veil, in the damage amplification talent tree, but yeah, I mean, he's definitely going to need more items, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I guess Battle Fury will help him get to that point if they do make it that far anyways, so who knows, maybe it'll work out.
Yeah, it's kind of a gamble for sure. Maybe the CK can do enough in the meantime to help. Speaking of the CK, he's starting to get that Midas to pay for itself. Jumping in Lasso, they're going to find an easy disruptor target. And good news is he's only dead for 30 seconds. Bad news is that they're pretty much at the base. Chaos Bolt to fly through. Echo Slam onto 3. They'll try to follow up, but there's going to be the Global coming in, and his Earthshaker's in trouble. Yes, they will lose the Bat Rider, but it is a 1-for-1 trade. And now with Echo down, well, you could say Global is as well, which is the interesting thing for DCSA. Now the question is, where do you move forward from here?
Well, they're walking right up the hill, want to hit that melee Rex.
And they're going to try. We'll see if T-Show... Ooh, that would have been a sick torrent from Matthew. He guessed, and he was just a couple inches off. But they are going to back up again. The no-throw zone, as you said.
Yep, the no-throw zone. These respawn timers are very short at this stage of the game, too. They only got the Disruptor and the Shaker there, so they're basically up.
So the net worth graph is plateauing off. DC have had quite the advantage for most of the game, but again, that Midas is paying for itself. The CK and the Ember Spirit are going to be pretty close to this Drow and Viper once they get these farming items really starting to go.
Yeah, BKB up on the CK now, so they actually might have a chance at taking some of these team fights.
Yeah, he's going to need it. He will definitely need it. And still no illusion clear from DC, which is something to be concerned about, perhaps.
Yep, smoke up from T-Show here, fighting out into the jungle of DC. They have some wards giving them information in that area. It's a good place for them to fight.
And Vizrune, snagged by King Tekka and the X-Marks, but they have the Dream Quill. Looks like they don't have detection. They're running in. I don't know if they have dust. They'll drop a sentry down. Glimpse back in. King Tekka forced away, gets out of the kinetic field. X-Marks keeps him alive as well. And now it's time to go, perhaps. Lasso, they're going to find Thea. He has the BKB, but they need more follow-up. Atos comes out. He's going to pop it soon. Chaos Bolt on the other side. They've lost Disruptor again, and Puck might be in trouble as well. Silence, he's brought down. PTT, Shadow Amulet, they're on the run. Flame Break, pushback, no. Keeps Thea there for a moment, but still chasing his HFN. Here's the BKB TP. They might have enough damage. It's going to be close. He will make it out, just narrowly. But that is your 10-second BKB gone. On the other side, PTT, he's got Blink ready to go. He will use it. Can they cut him off at the pass? He's pretty speedy. Matthew looking for the X-Marks, but I don't think he can find it. And they will get 2 kills there and force out the BKB of the CK.
Yep, no BKB. Global Silence is up. They're probably going to chip away at this tower.
Yeah, one would assume.
But man, that was such an unfortunate thing. You know, they X the Bat Riders would go get the Invis-Rune, and then he just ended up walking into the smoke of T-Show and just revealed all of them. And then they walked up the hill still, and the fight just got so awkward.
Yeah, it was spread out like crazy. The CK was over in one direction, and then the Disruptor and Puck were dying in another area of the fight. Ugh. It's rough. It is definitely rough. But again, they backed up. I thought they were going to go for some chip damage as well. They get the siege creep at least, but they are very patient with how this game is going. And again, with a 10K net worth lead in game 1 of this series, it's probably important to do so.
Yep, definitely. They want to make sure this game is closed out cleanly, for sure. No throws. Dang it, I like throws.
Throws are fun. We arguably saw throw earlier with that infamous game, the AM game I talked about.
Yeah, 20K gold swing, right?
Yeah. I guess I thought of it as an infamous comeback, because that's how I like to think about things. But a lot of chat was like, oh my god, throw, T-Show throw kind of thing.
Oh no.
Sometimes you just gotta call it like it is, I guess.
Yep. You know, sometimes it actually is a comeback, right? Anti-Mage is what he does.
I'm trying to remember the game. Honestly, like, really weird. Meanwhile, they're gonna go for a Lasso Sleight of Fist. Ooh, good Remnant back. I think they had a ward there, so he knew. This one, I believe in mid lane.
Yep, out in the mid lane there. And they're just keeping tabs on Roshan. Now Roshan's gonna be up within a minute.
Dude, they've been checking it like crazy.
Oh, so I was casting with Brent, and I brought his attention to the Roshan timer.
Yeah.
Right, and I was like, how long is Roshan going to be? And he was like, oh, 3 minutes and 20 seconds. And I was like, you can read that? And he's like, yeah, this little Roshan button right above the scan, and I clicked it. And I was just like, oh my god.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
But the Rosha respawn thing that they added above the scan thing is pretty useful, I will say. Just hover
Yeah,
that.
very nice.
It's like one of my favorite things, especially for Aegis timing. Like that, you used to really not be able to tell Aegis timing. You kind of had to do some math, just figure it out. But having it is pretty useful because it says Roshan may respawn in 3 minutes. That's when you know Aegis is gone. All right, I did the math, guys. Don't even worry.
Wow. Even a fellow North American can do math, huh?
Yeah, well, not really. I actually, it's kind of embarrassing, but I was in remedial math during 12th grade in my senior year of high school. It's pretty bad, actually.
Well, you're a swimmer, not a mathematician.
It's true. I know how to swim, not how to do calculations. Oh. Well, they're doing the math now. The math they're doing is that they can take Roche faster than T-Show can even show up and contest it, so.
Yep. Alright, Aegis and Cheese. They have global silence. They're waiting on the items. Batrider is not very close to Blink. Yeah, it looks like everybody on DC pretty much have the items. I guess Dro's sitting on a pretty chunk of change there, but not enough to deter them from just walking up the mid lane and taking this melee Rex. Or actually going bottom. Oh, they're picking out the Spirit here.
Ooh, they even get the scan. Oh, but 444 is coming back up. Smoke's broken. They see him. Force forward. He's going to go for the TP. He is not going to make it. Man, that was so close. I thought they might have gotten him out of there in time. And here we go, mid lane. Aegis and Cheese.
CK.
Oh, this could be huge. Jump in, waiting Rift. They're not going to fight yet. Meantime, split pushing bottom. That will be the Ember Spirit. They'll lose the full reign of Rex, but here we go. Ghost Ship coming out. Matthew should stay alive. There's the Viper Strike as well. BKB. They're cutting out the timing. The Shrine will go. Here comes the Phantasm. And now the Gust comes in, but he has to back up. The Illusions are already gone. Echo Slam still available, but the more important thing is there is global silence. Very good job from King RD to hold that spell. Battle Fury now done. Tier 3, Waning Rift coming in. HFN still has the Aegis. Now going to get caught. Good force down to the low ground and the Shadow Blade. There's the last one to come through. Global coming out. Can they kill him? He's pretty tanky. They're relying on him. The Firefly, no toggle in time. He'll be forced to buy back, but the Illusions are done. Tier 3 taken down bottom. Here we go, jumping back in. They want this Aegis so bad, and they will finally find it with the help of the Fissure. Now the force back across the Fissure wall. 3 seconds onto the Viper. Static Storm coming in. This could be good. Echo onto 2. This could be the follow-up they needed. PTT. Cheese is eaten. They're still going. HFN glimpse back in. They're going to try to turn and fight this. No. They're just running at this point. It's not working. But here's the Ghost Ship. They take one. The Viper Strike. Leo style is so tanky. He lays into him. It's a dieback on the CK. And Tavo might be next. He's got phase shift in 1. He can't get it off in time. Double kill for Leo style. Buyback coming in. That'll be from the dry range if they want to finish this game off. And I do not blame them. DC are in control of this game, and perhaps they're about to GG it out and have a 1-0 advantage in this best of 3.
Yeah, it's looking like it. And a nice clean ending for them. Well, I say that, but they could still feed here. You never know.
There's
but
definitely
something we didn't talk about was the Ghost Ship. Damage reduction for Viper, who's already extremely tanky.
Yeah, true. It did a lot there in that last fight for sure. And they're going to find all 5. One buyback, but he's up in 5 seconds anyways. And HFN did buy back, but that is GG. T-Show rising. Now 3 losses in a row here for DreamLeague qualifiers. A bit of a rough showing, in DCSA looking very strong here in game 1.
Yeah, very nice game from DCSA. Hopefully T-Show can bring it back in the next game. I mean, T-Show is also very good. We've seen them from time to time pull out some great games, especially in the DreamLeague tournament here.
Yes. That first series against DCSA, it's important to know, guys, this is a rematch. DCSA and T-Show Rising played up against each other in the first round. Now we're here at the lower bracket final, determining who moves on to the grand final, and it looks like DCSA are getting some revenge here, Brex.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, we've seen, I mentioned that CK. Typically, he's very good against the Drought, but, I mean, Viper came out last pick, and Viper against, even if it was the Puck, right? Puck could have been mid until they picked Amber Spirit. No matter what hero went mid, the Viper with Drow was just going to crush.
Yeah.
And I feel like they even killed him twice, right? They brought 4 heroes 2 times to go kill this Viper, but it just doesn't matter.
No, he did a great job. And with that, they will take a 1-0 advantage here in this best of 3 series. We will take a quick break and we'll jump into game number 2 as soon as the teams and players are ready. So stick around, folks.
The battle begins.
Rampage.
Dire victory.
With the Strafe Esports app, follow your favorite teams and players, and you'll never miss a match again. Strafe, everything esports. Download now on iOS and Android.
5 seconds remaining. Dire
All right, everybody, welcome back into the Dream League Season 8 SA qualifiers to get to DreamHack Winter, of course, a major. It's, in fact, the first major qualifiers we've got going on here, and it's for South America, and we got two great teams going toe-to-toe to see if they can make it. T-Show Rising, they've lost 3 games in a row, and they're having a rough time, a rough go of it. But DCSA, they're now up 1-0 in this series, and we'll see if they can't take it with this next game. My name is Mont. Joining me today is Brax. Brax, how did you feel about that first game? What were you most excited about with the last draft that we saw?
No, I was actually a big fan of the silencer that came out. It was like, it's the same thing that we saw earlier from them. Like, they picked the silencer, they picked this Bat Rider, they have some way to force a team fight with Global coming out to secure that they're going to win some fight.
Yeah.
And then afterwards they picked, like, they had some heavy building damage, some push with the Drown the Viper, right? So now they could sit there and force the issue and just make T-Show respond to what they're doing.
Yeah.
So they took control of that game, and I mean, it was convincing.
It really was. I mean, we talked about it. The Viper got ganked twice. He still felt like a force to be reckoned with Leo style. Just overall good play altogether from DC. And they're going to have the Bat Rider again for Queen Tekka. The Spirit Breaker will be picked up as well. Matthew played this yesterday.